My work is play, and I play when I design. I even looked it up in the dictionary to make sure that I actually do that. And the definition of play, number one, was engaging in a childlike activity or endeavor. And number two was gambling. And I realize I do both when I'm designing. I'm both a kid and I'm gambling all the time. And I think that if you're not, there's probably something inherently wrong with the structure of the situation you're in if you're a designer. The way I looked at design and the way I looked at the world was what was going on around me, and the things that came at the time I walked into design were the enemy. I really, really, really hated the typeface Helvetica. I thought the typeface Helvetica was the cleanest, most boring, most fascistic, really repressive typeface, and I hated everything that was designed in Helvetica. And when I was in my college days, this was the sort of design that was fashionable and popular. This is actually quite a lovely book jacket by Rudy de Herrick, but I just hated it because it was designed with Helvetica, and I made parodies about it. I just thought it was, completely boring. So my goal in life was to do stuff that wasn't made out of Helvetica. And to do stuff that wasn't made out of Helvetica was actually kind of hard because you had to find it. And there weren't a lot of books about the history of design in the early 70s. There wasn't a plethora of design publishing. You actually had to go to antique stores. You had to go to Europe. You had to go places and find the stuff. And what I responded to was, Art Nouveau, or Deco, or Victorian typography, or things that were just completely not Helvetica. And I taught myself design this way, and this was sort of my early years. And I used these things in really goofy ways on record covers and in my design. I wasn't educated. I just sort of put these things together. I mixed up Victorian designs with pop, and I mixed up Art Nouveau with something else. And I made these very lush, very elaborate record covers, not because I was being a postmodernist or a historicist, because I didn't know what those things were. I just hated Helvetica.